So we were discussing about Microsoft Azure cloud computing platform. I have briefed a lot of things which are basic understanding we must have. Before going to further topics, we should be able to understand actual what is cloud computing platform. Okay, as I told you that we need not servers and infrastructure like firewalls, networking devices like your layer to switches, routers you need not, and they can be accessed, okay, from their data centers, okay, through internet. Internet is public network, so the servers and infrastructure kept at Microsoft data centers in the racks, they will be accessed through your internet, okay. So somebody else may have so many doubts. If I don't have any infrastructure at my home, so normally which type of requirement? So suppose if I want to access Azure Microsoft services at my home or in office, so what should I do? What do I need to, okay, to access the services at my home or office? Normally this is the general doubt anybody have. Suppose if I am not having any infrastructure at home, so how can I access the Microsoft Azure services through internet? First of all, to access Azure service at your home or office, so we need the following. One is that you must have internet connection. That internet connection, stable internet connection, but with high speed broadband, okay, to access Azure service. One is internet connection, that must be high speed bandwidth. Second one, we need to create Azure account. Already I have briefed in last videos how to create your Azure account by logging to that Azure website. That Azure website is called azure.microsoft.com. As I have written here, Azure. This is the Microsoft. This is the azure.microsoft.com. Here you need to create an Azure account with. So you need to get started here to create your account. So Azure account, if you don't have any account, you need to sign up for a free Azure account on the Azure website. So you need to provide billing information, okay, means your details you need to fill up, okay. But many services offer a free tier or trial credits. I told you that. So many services they are being offered by Microsoft Azure free, okay. Then after, if anything is more than free, so you need to pay. So what the device we must have at our office, otherwise my home, our home, to access the Azure services, such as if you have desktop computer, so okay, otherwise laptops, tablets, smartphones, by them you can access the Azure services. So we will access that services through a web browser, okay. They have the Azure portal. The portal is this one, okay. This is the azure.microsoft.com. If you want to access the services by web browser, they have their portal website. By logging to that website and log into your account, you can access whatever the services, okay. So that browser normally Azure, to access the Azure portal, such as Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, okay, Mozilla Firefox, you can access through web browser by logging to their website, web portal. Authentication, this is very important, okay. If you want to access your Azure account, if you have somewhat security settings of your account, we will configure somewhat security settings to make secure account very secure. We need to set up multi-factor authentication. Multi-factor authentication for additional security. And then permissions, we must ensure that we have somewhat permissions to access the Azure services or resources you need. Okay, that permissions will be provided by that service provider Microsoft. Okay, this may involve being added to Azure Active Directory groups or having specific roles assigned to your account. So networking, so if we are accessing Azure service from office environment, so if I am in office and I want to access Azure services, so we need to ensure that our network firewall settings allow access to Azure services. So somewhat firewalls, as I told you, that they will be used in our computer, maybe whatever the device I am using to access Azure services. So that network firewall that is to be configured. So network firewall must provide the accessing, okay, until unless the firewall settings will not be done at, at the device through which device I want to access. Within the device, these firewall settings to be done to allow access to Azure services. Okay, Azure optional. This is optional. Azure command line interface or Azure firewall, Azure PowerShell. So you can install and configure Azure command line interface if need. It is optional. It is optional. If it is need, you need to install Azure command line interface and PowerShell on our local machine, that is your, maybe your laptop, maybe your mobile. Okay, tabs, somebody else have tabs, and somewhat desktop computers we have interact with Azure services provided. So if you don't feel that without having all these at your end, if you don't have any internet connection and you don't have any account, you have not created any account, and you don't have any laptop or computer, okay, desktop and tablets and smartphones, without any browser, without that authentications, okay, so proper networking, you don't have any proper network, and you will not be, don't feel that you will be able to access Azure services, okay. But I told you that servers and whatever the at your end, at your home, suppose if you want to establish a network, okay, to design the applications, if you want to build up as a software engineer, if you want to build up applications at your office, otherwise at your home, you need to establish a lot of setup. You need to set up, you need to bring the servers from the market. If that server is to be connected to network internet, okay, and your server, you are developing application in your server, that is to be connected to the internet through switch and router, these to be configured, and you are creating your, that is what, applications, so your server to be protected from outside attackers. So somewhat cyber security settings you need to done, some firewalls you need to set up at your home, otherwise office. So lot of things we need to ensure, okay. That's why, to get rid of this risk, okay, simply you get an account of Microsoft Azure, otherwise Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Platform. Simply you have computer at your home, otherwise office, some computers, and they are connected to the internet, and you have proper account you created by logging to that Azure website portal, and then if you have proper internet connection, web browser is there, by authentication permissions you can, most of the services, Azure services are free services, as I have shown to you. Most of the services they are free services, okay. Some are paid services. So most of the, as I have shown here in this, these are what services, active services, Azure virtual machine, these are services, database, SQL. So many services I have shown, scalar stuff, these are all are the services we have here. I have shown in the previous videos. These are all services already I have